and a few others. And I've spoken to juvenile facilities, Alexandria, Landmark. I've spoken there a couple of times in person. I've spoken to DC Juvenile Facility and Maryland New Beginnings. And I mentor the youth a lot at Potomac Gardens in Southeast. What do I tell them? Well, honestly, in short, I tell them be themselves. The problem is they don't know themselves. You know, they think they are the stepfather, because they really don't. Some of them don't even know their real father. So they think they're the stepfather that comes in. He's throwing his hands. You know, he wears the black clothes. He got the fanny pack with the weed and the gun in it. They think that's who they are. Some of them look at TV and they think they Jay-Z, or they think they, you know, they cool and they want to hustle because they hear those raps. The mature Jay today is different than the Jay of old, but you know, some think they, you know, they're Yo Gotti or Lil Durk. You know, some think they're you know, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, because this is who they see. This is who they see the world loving. So when you ask a child, who are you? Most of the time they're gonna be like, man, I am who I am. I don't know what you mean. They're confused. But if you walk them slowly through their experience and you say, man, what makes you happy? Like, you like helping your little brother? Yeah, I guess, you know, you try to get the smile out of them. You try to get them to understand that they're valuable, that they're more than a gold chain, that they're more than muscles, they're more than a pistol, they're more than a six-pack and long hair. They're more than that, but they don't know that, because we as adults still teach them unconsciously, even in the conscious community. Even in the conscious community, we'll look at a sister and be like, you know, we'll talk about her, but she could be shy. We'll look at a brother and he's conscious, but we'll talk about him with the same trivial perspective as those we consider secular. You see, so the children, man, they don't know who they are because we don't know who we are, you know? And so a lot of time when I'm talking to them, I'm trying to find out what they like. And I'm trying to let them know that what they like. And usually they have good ideas. They want to play sports. I've had kids tell me they want to really be teachers and firemen and firewomen. And so I tell them, you can be that, but you have to discipline yourself. You can't be a follower. And that is one of the hardest things when you're in a society where you don't want to be the only child walking to school and everybody's walking the other way to go steal out the corner store. But I let them know it's okay to be alone. I let them know it's okay to walk alone. Oh, it's a rough one. You know, I walked alone a long time, you know, but it's not impossible. And so the lessons that I try to give them, it's truthfully, it's a multitude. It's hard to pin because some children require something different, you know, but being who they are and trying to get them to focus on what they truly want to do and be in life, I think that is the key. Usually children know what they want to be, even at a young age, if you can just get them away from the crowd, you know. Next step is trying to nurture that, foster that, and provide them with an environment that will help, you know, build that into fruition.
All right. So speaking of the environment, right? What made you start? Is it the nonprofit, or is it just you as an individual that decided to go into the community to work with the youth? Because I see you working with them. I see you got them cleaning up, right? So what made you start that? How did you start? Is it a one-man show, or do you have a group with you?
No, it's one of my phrases, and I use it often these days. I say we rise together. It's been me for a long time. Like I say, I'm a family man. So when I didn't have my brothers and my sister and cousins around me to pick with, to protect, to help, I used to do my little brothers and sister homework. I used to make them do their homework. I used to, you know, mom tell them clean up. It's a lot to clean up. I clean up with them. You know what I mean? Before I go, you know, rip and run. So because I'm a family man, I take that wherever I go. You know certain brothers that I know. We check on each other. You know, I check on Brother Willie. He checks on me, call it a wellness check. I call brothers. They call me. And there are brothers who I embrace and call and check on, and they don't check on me. I'm big bruh. You know what I mean? I can't expect little bruh and them to move like I move or think like I think. But I check on people, man, because I love those that I love, you know.